Welcome back. This week we'll learn about self-care and revitalization, and this is the final part of the PERTS model that we've been studying so far. So here's a quick review of the model that we've been studying. You are familiar with each one of these categories except for the self-care one, which is what you will be learning about this week. Remember, we started with self-regulation, which is the heart of resiliency. Then we moved to mental flexibility, which is thinking about things differently, especially challenging situations. We went into character strengths and motivation, as well as examining positive psychological strengths and social connectedness. And now we are going to end with self-care and revitalization. So in this video, we'll identify different methods of self-care and discuss the benefits of eating well and being physically active. And we'll dive deeper into the importance of getting good sleep. A simple concept, but one that many of us do not get enough of. So self-care is something many of us don't get enough of as well, especially since we live in a society where working till we're exhausted is celebrated. However, practicing self-care is vital to our physical and mental health. There are two types of responses that we have when we're stressed out or experiencing symptoms of burnout even. The first are indulgent activities, and these comfort us immediately. So this could be getting a piece of chocolate or having a comfort food type meal. But whatever it is, it promotes instant gratification. The other type of response that we can have are health conscious daily living activities that do not give us instant gratification, but they do leave us with more energy and more stamina in order to combat those stressful moments. So these are things like meditation, physical activity, and some more that we'll discuss and that you'll read about in the chapter this week. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some of the forms. So here are some of the examples of self-care strategies that you can or you might already engage in. And we'll briefly discuss the health benefits of the first two, which are exercising and eating healthy. And then we'll look at the importance of sleep, like I mentioned earlier, since many of us don't get enough of that. And then other activities include things like hobbies, like golfing, ceramics, spiritual activities like meditation, religious services, vacations, and of course, managing those close relationships that help us meet our needs as social beings. So when practicing self-care, we want to make sure that we meet our physical, psychological, emotional, and spiritual needs. Each of us accomplish these things differently, and it's important to find what works for you. So we know that eating healthy has many benefits, right? That's not a secret. But here are a few reminders. It improves our ability to succeed professionally and academically. It improves our memory and our ability to learn effectively. And it fuels our most vital organs in our body, especially our brain. Eating healthy doesn't have to be expensive. Often that's a misconception of eating healthy. And it also doesn't require that you be on a restrictive or strict diet. Instead, it's more effective to make it a part of your lifestyle. And that doesn't mean that you never get to eat things like pizza or ice cream again. It means really that you're creating a balance. So having pizza once a week instead of 4 or 5 times a week, that's an example of a more balanced eating. A healthy diet fuels our brain and it helps us be better versions of ourselves because we feel better, right? So everything about balance, of course, get those veggies and fruits in, lean meats, lean proteins, and lots of fiber. Physical activity is also important, and that's not a secret either, but something that most of us can use more of, right? More exercise. Physical activity is a buffer for things like anxiety and stress. It increases our longevity, it reduces obesity, it decreases risks for some cancers, reduces depression, improves self-esteem and mood, reduces fatigue, and improves professional and academic achievement. All of these are good things. It doesn't have to interrupt your day. It doesn't even have to be a factor in your day. Just 30 minutes a day can be the trick, right? So consider taking two 15-minute breaks to go for a walk or put on some music and dance, get the energy flowing. You can go for a bike ride or a quick swim. So there's lots of ways to be strategic in getting that exercise in without it feeling like a daunting task. So find something that you enjoy and make it a goal to make time for it in order to improve your physical health. So now that we've reviewed some of the different self-care strategies, let's spend some time on focusing on sleep. And I want you to take a moment and take a look at the two pictures on the screen here. We have Chloe and Noah. And you can see here, Chloe looks like she has had a very restful night's sleep. Where Noah, on the other hand, he looks a little bit tired. In fact, he's actually calling in to work because he's too tired to go to work. So he did not make good choices. He stayed up really late watching Netflix, and he did not get in bed and get a good night's sleep. Chloe, on the other hand, did. So take a moment and ask yourself, are you Noah or are you Chloe? If you're Noah, you are part of the many individuals in the US who do not get enough sleep. If you're Chloe, most days, right, you are likely getting healthy sleep and feeling rested. All right, so for those of us who are like Noah, sleep deprivation increases depression, anxiety, obesity, motor vehicle accidents, and workplace accidents. It decreases productivity, creativity, motor coordination, and reaction to time. It also causes memory loss and causes us to make impaired decisions. All of these are reasons to work on improving and getting enough sleep. So healthy sleep has many benefits. It improves memory and focus. It strengthens memories, restores physical and mental health, and it improves workplace performance. It can also help prevent things like burnout and compassion fatigue like we've talked about in the past. So how can we improve our sleep? There are small steps that you can take to help you get better night's rest. Take a look. Here are many different tips and tools that can help you improve your sleep, like maintaining a regular routine. Predictability, we like that. Avoid caffeine before bed, it will keep you up. Go to bed early. Avoid nicotine, it's a stimulant. Avoid alcohol, it's also a stimulant, mostly a depressant. Avoid eating large meals. Exercise, slow down. Avoid naps. And when you're talking about avoiding naps, these are like really long naps that are going to prevent you from being able to fall asleep later. A 15-20 minute quick cat nap can actually give you some energy. Reduce your use of electronics. Plug your phone in the kitchen or living room while you sleep at night. Improve your bedroom climate. Cooler climates help us sleep better. And adjust an overnight work if possible. So if you're working overnight shifts, then you can really relate to sleep deprivation. So if it's possible to find some balance in that, or at least plan for that when it is possible, that's something that you'll want to do. So remember, it's important that we practice self-care and that it meets all of our needs. I encourage you to take a moment, pause this video, and identify the current strategies that you use. Place them in an appropriate category. So are you meeting your physical? Are you meeting your psychological, emotional, and spiritual needs? And if you're not, then spend some time thinking about different self-care strategies that you could try and maybe implement into your day that will help you meet those unmet self-care needs. So we've discussed the importance of self-care in this video. Practicing health-conscious daily living activities can help us maintain and restore the energy that we need in order to be our best selves. Take care.